Glad you're back again. We can't not talk about bees. Overheating edition. I was overheated today in the apiary. I do have my water with me. I had a electrolyte drink. I see Collector Rick is first today. Hey, Collector Rick, good to see you. Good to see you, Chris, my Hoovian brother. Hope you're doing well today. And the hubby is here. Never fear, I is here. If you know to what he's referring, go ahead and type it in the comments. That is a movie from the 90s, I do believe. So today, this Tuesday, the first Tuesday of June, I went out in search of honey. I did find a good, I think there's about 6 pounds of honey. So what I did was I had a nucleus, a 5-frame colony that the box was, hey, Bud Files, good to see you. And Gunline Bees, Tim and Hannah, glad you could make it this afternoon. I know you're busy in your apiary now, too. I'm so excited. You got, didn't you say 6 now, Gunline? 6 colonies? I was just getting ready to talk about the 5-frame. I upgraded to an 8-frame. I did see the queen. She's lovely. And I got some honey. There was a medium frame in the deep body that has comb honey on the bottom. I wasn't able to bring it into the studio. It's a little messy. I had thought about doing it in the kitchen. Maybe I'll just have to make a video. I haven't been doing that. Yeah, 6 colonies. Woohoo! We're growing, we're growing. Hey, cool gamer. Glad you could join us this afternoon. We were just talking about bees and what's going on in my apiary. Well, and I took my ice packs and my water, and I was moving slow, but I still got dehydrated. I started feeling the signs of my belly wasn't quite right, and I was getting goose flesh and chills, so I headed back. Well, I had to leave my cart halfway to get to the bathroom. So please, please stay hydrated out there. It's 87 degrees today in Columbus, Indiana. And I did that upgrade, and then I checked a couple others. The one swarm needs a boost, so I got to find a frame of brood from another colony and give to them. Lots and lots going on. And then we got rain coming the next few days. I'm going to see what I can do in between the rain. Well, it says 30% chance tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, June is off to a good start. Except for the one colony that needs a boost. The other colonies are just plugging right along and growing, giving a little honey here and there. There's a lot that are still uncapped, and they're working on it. Hey, David, Corey with the crop. Good to see you this afternoon. He says hello to everyone coming in. Hang on. There we go. So with the weather being as it is, well, it's okay because Thursday I have to go get a crown. I got to go to the dentist Thursday anyway. But tomorrow, I'll just have to put my big my big honey getting gloves on, and which I did find, by the way. And see if I can beat the rain tomorrow. Because before I overheated today, I didn't get to check the one colony that I know has some honey. As you know, SJG is my hubby, David. David, hubby, David. Now you know. They, oh, thank you, Chris. Yeah, I'm getting another crown on my tooth. There's still another couple teeth that need work, but we're getting there. It's progress, not perfection. I want to give a shout out to all the lurkers, those of you that aren't chatting but are here and in the replay. Thanks for coming and watching. We appreciate you over here. What else? Oh, yeah. We all know that a swarm in June is a silver spoon. You're around the beekeeping circle, you've heard that. A swarm in May is a bale of hay, or is it a load of hay? One of the two. A swarm in June is a silver spoon. A swarm in July, let them fly. I get a swarm in July and add them to another colony. Hey, Jarrett, good to see you. I hope you're well this afternoon. Today's the first day I haven't had a grandchild present. We've been busy visiting. My granddaughter Odyssey helped me. See, what day was that? Sunday? I do believe it was Sunday. No, it was Saturday. She went out with me. She had the veil on, but her shirt was too tight. It wasn't loose. She got stung right in the chest after I told her not to walk in front of the entrance. But she got stung 3 times. She didn't have a really bad reaction. It did swell and it itched, and she complained, of course, but she said she might be willing to, with the proper attire, help me again. So we'll see. The different types of bees. As you can see in this background, there are many, and I saw a bumblebee in the one colony that needs a boost. I did see a bumblebee in the honeybee colony today. There are, let's see, leafcutter bees, cocoa bees, digger bees, longhorn bees, carpenter bees, the European honeybees, mining bees, and mason bees, resin bees. There are even little tiny bees. Collector Rick says, there are 2 kinds of bees, the kind you have to treat and the kind you don't have to treat. Oh. I don't think you did send me one of those tools, Gunline. That reminds me, I still have to send your Stephen hasn't made it yet, the smoker plug. We'll get that out to you. I usually just take my hive tool and scrape the stinger off wherever it is. And down in your area in Texas, I know there are a lot of Texas beekeepers, David. Oh, he said he'll get the lathe going. Well, you know it's on its way at some point. We have been very busy around here. Lots going on. Big announcement coming soon. I can't say what just quite yet, but it's exciting. I wanted to tell you about Saturday morning. here in Columbus on Central Ave, there is a market in that parking lot. My mother and father-in-law are there, and they'll sell my honey when I have it available. But my father-in-law also has the things that he makes. Let me see if I can get one. He's taken to making mushrooms and different things out of wood with his lathe. And he has those available at the market. And I met a lady named Kathy. Close, David. Close. It's not a greenhouse. It'll be all about the bees. All about the bees. But there's a lady named Kathy who makes denim, and she made me a wallet. Let me show you the strap. It's got honeycomb. And it's a bee. And I can keep it on my wrist. And so thank you again, Kathy. We traded for, because I had some denim and other materials that I wasn't sewing with right now. So I thought she could use them more than me. And she also gave Odyssey a Hello Kitty purse, which was so adorable. And I forgot to get a picture because we were busy just spending time together. And, but yeah, Saturdays at the central lot, and there's my neighbor sells plants over there, and there's, let me see if I got her card. There's a lot of people taking to selling eggs. MSTR Farms, her name is Donna, and I'm probably going to buy some of her eggs this Saturday. She's also at the market. And the mushroom guy, Wyatt. And that's also the place where Simply Pottery is. We went to Simply Pottery, and I made just a simple frog tile on the date when we went with our table group. That was that. Hang on, the comments got away from me. Hey, DC. Hey, DC. Got a queen. Hang on, it went again. Let me get up to the chat here. The drought of 24. Here we go. DC's got a queen. I love it when I see the queen. As you can tell, I saw one of my queens today. She's just beautiful and doing everything she's supposed to. I think she actually read one of the books. Oh, okay. Let me catch up to the new comments. Absolutely. We don't quit around here. Hey, Laura. Good to see you this afternoon. I hope your garden is growing abundantly. Thank you guys for coming in this afternoon. Now, I leave the ghosts and monsters to Jesus, Kenneth. Chris, I was reading your name. I leave that kind of stuff to Jesus. I do think Bigfoot is a beekeeper, though. I really do. With all the feral colonies out there, somebody's got to be taking care of them. Now, these bees, they know what to do. And from what I saw in these boxes today, I don't have to, there's not much I have to do because they're doing it. Of course, I gotta wax my foundations better because they're building off wonky. I'll get some pictures of the frames I brought in. But there's honey in it. I just gotta scrape it off and get to it. Oh, the queen that you were targeting to graft swarmed into your trap. Well, get her in a clip, DC, so she can't get you. Backup swarm traps. Yeah, they haven't been going to the scions either. We've had, let me see. Well, we've had 3 take off. They didn't even land in a tree. They just took off. It is good. I've going into having resources available. I have a lot of drawn out comb, which means they already built the comb and I extracted the honey. We're just kind of switching. When I extract, I put the empty ones back and bring the full ones. It's a cycle now. I've got it. But I'm in the laundry room. If you guys saw, I was on Tampa's last week. Tampa's Creek Homestead and More. I showed you how to uncap and extract the honey that we got. Oh, we've got 2 in the tree stand now. I thought it was just 1. I know we've got the 1 in the tree by the apiary. There's no interest. Nobody's checking it out right now. I went over and looked. There's the bumblebee surprised me though. I know I kind of expect a spider in everyone, and I didn't see as many ants in the one colony that had them. We did the cinnamon on the lid and sprinkled the triazicide. I'm going to do some more of that. I've got the beetle barns on. I haven't been using the peppermint because we're doing the triazicide too. So I've got traps and barns in there still. For the hive beetle issue, hey Frugal Mama, good to see you this afternoon. I kind of slept until I woke up after visiting with the grandchildren, and I missed tea with the tea this morning too. But I'm glad you're here this afternoon. I did my stretches before I went out to the apiary and did my work. And I thought about you guys doing my stretches. DC said he noticed scouts checking out empty boxes, so I put one of the that's a good idea. Make sure there's a good breeze going through so they can smell it. Hey, everybody's saying hello to everybody. Good to see it. I'm not sure how much time I've got, but I'm going to go for the whole hour because there is quite a bit to talk about still. I've got a colony. They built their own kingdom. My September mistake, where I left a frame out. It's a 5 frame. They overwintered, but I still have to take care of the kingdom part. Hey PJ, good to see you this afternoon. I hope everything is going well for you in your area in northern Indiana. We are at 87 degrees today. The clouds are starting to move in and it's getting windy. And there is supposed to be rain tomorrow in this area. That's a good idea, DC. I have the inversion table. I should get that. All I've been doing is hanging upside down for my back. I'll hang upside down for like half a minute. Just once a day. It helps. Clean up the freestyle comb. I cleaned up a lot of comb today. I didn't get stung, amazingly enough. Oh, it's the haze from the Canada fires. Prayers be with those affected. Well, I know the one exercise that I swear by is the squat. If you practice the Asian squat, you'd be good to go in the bee yard. So I find myself having to squat a lot. Swarm, it's in full throttle. See, that's my best time of year. Saying hi to everybody. Not allowed to lift, but you can handle. Now see, this is how I handle a heavy box. I have an empty box off to the side, right? And then I get one frame at a time and I move it to the box that's on the cart. That's how we do it. This is how we do it. Amen, DC. Amen. Well, we've got a petition going for them to make a better drain. It's a whole situation, Frank. I will put the link to my petition that Stephen did so great. He did such a great job on it. I'll put that up after the stream. You can check it out. And the new comments. Frugal Mama says, Happy Tuesday, everybody. Happy Tuesday. We made it again. There you go. You just have an extra box to keep off to the side, but you want to make sure it's enclosed so that other bees can't get into it, because bees are opportunistic. If they find it, they'll collect it. And we've had bees in the garage the past few days. They don't bother anybody. They just want to find some of that good honey we got in there. It was empty frames, but it still smelled of honey, so they went and explored anyway. Thank you for reminding me that. Go to the sarahshappyhives.com and there is a drain petition tab on the website. Thank you, hubby. There are all kinds of ways. The Hive Butler is a good tool for getting honey. For honey getting. Because it's honey getting season, and I'm all fired up about it. We pulled 60 pounds so far. Today's little pull, we'll call it 70 pounds. We're almost at 100. The weather permits, I can get back out there and look in the other ones. Because I didn't put all the queen excluders on like I was supposed to, and the queen got up in the honey supers, which isn't a big deal, but they have to hatch and then they'll backfill. So they didn't make honey last year. Well, some of them don't make honey for us. They are building up for them for winter. And I've got a few. We'll send it to you then. I don't want the rain. You can have it, Denny. I mean, PJ. Oh, that's funny. Now, the rain helps get the plants producing the nectar that the bees are looking for. I know there's lots of clovers. I'm not worried about feeding anybody at this point. They're all going out and finding it. What else do we have to talk about in June around here in Indiana? Because the June here isn't the same June in Alabama. We got different things going on. Yeah, the flows. And that's where, hang on, chat moved on me again. Okay, maple, hawthorn, native, blackberry. What is that going on? Where's that noise coming from? Hang on, give me just a second. It's my camera doing it, apparently. Yeah, see, I heard the music too, but when I stopped the cam, the music stopped. Cool Gamer said, it wasn't me. I got buttons. Let's see. Hang on. I got buttons. That was weird. Steven, did you do that? Hey, have a great day, PJ. Let me get my comments. Let me get the comments going here. I hope you get to pull some honey. That would be awesome. It's the most amazing thing I've done today. Pull honey. Well, in the one I told you, I don't know what happened. The music started coming out of nowhere. I stopped the camera and it quit. Because everybody blames the IT guy because you're supposed to keep the needles moving. I feel like I don't want to touch anything. I got it set up and running okay. You can hear me. We're chatting together. Hey, there's Grayson. Good to see you, Grayson. I was just about to say you had a good live stream last night. I've been seeing really big pollen baskets. Yeah, right. It was kind of pleasant music. Hey, OG Bran. Good to see you. Miss T doesn't have any honey. I think Miss T's got a basil plant, though. She was planting basil last I knew. And number 2 is number 1 loser. Wakadima-san. I didn't understand that one, DC. Sorry. But yeah, this is the good month, but definitely be careful when you're in the heat. If you're working in your garden, have your water with you. Have a shady place to retreat to if it gets too hot. Do a little, rest a little. I tried to do too much today. I got excited because I was out in the bee yard finally, just me and the bees. And I did a little too much and got overheated. I can still feel I'm a little hot. Yes. Everybody's chatting. I love to see it. I'll see when that breeze comes through the vented jacket. That's just so refreshing. I need to find a better vented suit. I am, as soon as I get my tooth fixed, I'll be in a position to look for a new suit. My suit is it's going to be just fine until I can do that. Yes, we definitely must pace ourselves, whether you're a beekeeper, gardener, avid workout. It might have been something that Orion was playing on the background. Hey, have a great day, Chris. You guys get the Whopper Jr. We'll see you next week. And here and there in these YouTube streets, I do what I can to, I haven't been actively viewing YouTube, but I do try to catch what I can. A foxhound jacket. Honey is very good for you, OG Brand. Very, very good for you. I'm excited about what these bees have already done. I know the TARDIS gave us the most honey. I do believe we got 20 pounds from the TARDIS. We still have to move the TARDIS. I want to put it to where it's on the Earth cam. You see the TARDIS better on the Earth cam. If you haven't gone, well, I guess I'll have to post the link to that too. You can see what's going on in the apiary. Of course, at night, the spiders like to make their webs across the camera. And they've been doing it on the pond too. And the frogs have been sounding like dogs. But it's neat. There are guard frogs. And we have guard bees. It is a little, there were dozens of bees waiting at the garage door. DC's bee said, "This is the first year I have not purchased bees, back up to 10 queen-right colonies, and I have 9 making queens at the moment, including the mating nuke." That's awesome. I am so glad to hear it. I would like to. There's a couple colonies I've got my eye on that I think we could get more better queens from. And I still have time. I could do it in June. Because there are a lot of drones. There are still a lot of drones around. I wish you well in your endeavors, DC. Hey, Denny Ray. Good to see you this afternoon. We have deer coming by looking at the blackberries. They come through the apiary. That's a good strategy. Strong splits. That reminds me, I have another split that I didn't get to check on. Yes, DC is having an awesome year. I really, when you go into a colony and you see the brood that's in a nice tight pattern, it just kind of gives you pause, and it's that you're waiting to exhale moment. You can finally exhale. You see the queen's been doing her job. But then you got to know all of those brood are going to hatch and make more bees. Then they might want to swarm because there's not enough room in the box. So let's see, we make sure they've got enough room, but not too much room. If they have too much room and they can't defend it, then they could get robbed out by another colony or another pest. That is also a good strategy. Just ride the bee wave. I did like the way the Nicot kept the queen in one area and then she laid in that area. I might try that again. But I do want to try to graft some and see how that goes too. One colony at a time, one day at a time. We'll get there. And to think, it all started with one. Started with one colony. And that colony died. It didn't make it that year. And I could have given up and said, forget it, I ain't going to do it no more. But we tried again. And I think being able to trap swarms is the thing that made me hang on, because being able to collect swarms, it's an adventure and a bonus. You get the bees to see what they do. And there's nothing wrong with winging it. I've been winging it. The queen of the wild bunch is going into 3 winners, so I'm watching for swarm cells. Yeah, watch for those swarm cells. I'm glad you like doing that too. That's, for me, it's when they start marching into the box. You know you've got the queen in the box when they start marching in there. Do required splits and try to make some reserve nuke colonies. Well, and sometimes you get out there and you do things on the fly. You'll find, oh, maybe this colony didn't make it, but they had resources, and you find another colony that needs those resources because they didn't build on the frames or whatever. And it's good to stay fluid like water. Make a few plans, but don't plan the outcome of those plans, because the bees are going to do what they want to do. Just because we read the book doesn't mean they read the book. Well, see, I think they're just repopulation, the feral bee colony. Because we had the last 3 swarms. I saw them take off. I can see my apiary from my kitchen window. So I often look out that window. But I saw them taking off, and when I got out there, they were nowhere to be found. not in a tree. They may have gone to one of the traps. I don't know yet. But in those cases, I just wish them well. Maybe they'll go to another excited beekeeper and bless somebody else's apiary. I haven't had too many aggressive bees this year. Last year I did have a colony, but that sorted itself out after they swarmed off. Oh, now see, that's a whole different category. Once you start buying them like that, then you really don't want to lose them. Yes, I wouldn't. I agree. I wouldn't want to lose them either. Well, I went through all my notes. We talked about my apiary visit. I got overheated. I just have to slow down a little more and retreat to the shade in between colony inspections, because the apiary is in full sun right now, being 87 degrees. Even though I had my ice packs, I put ice packs in the pocket because I couldn't find my cooling neck wrap. That helps until it warms up, and then it's more like a scarf, but it does help up to that point. Guess we got to clean out the freezer, Stephen. It's almost it. Taking the cart back there today was not too bad, but there's a place that's real kind of squishy yet. Squishy. They are blooming, but I don't know if it's good water. But the flowers are blooming. They are bringing in all kinds of nectar and pollen. We don't have too many problems. That's not to say there aren't, because I haven't been in every one of them back there. And we do have over 20. Whoops. Hey, that's good. I'm glad your bees are doing well, Collector Rick. Ah. Well, and like I said, the ones that I've been into, I have seen the queen in every one of them. So I feel like I know what I'm doing. I can do it. We can do it. Well, if there isn't anything else left to talk about, just a reminder, stay hydrated. Please stay hydrated. Get you some of them electrolyte restoring drinks. Stay safe. Make it great. Yeah, when they bring pollen in, they start acting different. Yep, got to do that bee math. Collector Rick says, eat more honey. Thank you for supporting a local beekeeper, wherever your locale is. Thank you, DC. Yep, be sure to Sting that like. Have a great afternoon. Remember, you are so dear to my heart. And I'll see you when I can in these YouTube streets. Have a great day, everybody.